Shabbat Shalom, Yeshala, Shabbat Shalom. Dawah Yeshala coming out with another episode, bringing out those holy precepts on this holy Shabbat. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Abba Yahweh, Bahashem, Hawashai, Bashem, Rakah, Kadash, true Father, Deliverer, and Savior. His name's in ancient Paleo Hebrew, Lashawan Kodash, the holy original tongue. Hope everybody's the most high blessed. Again, Dawah Yeshala coming out with another episode, bringing out those holy precepts. Tonight's lesson, we're going to be reading out of the book of Zechariah, the 14th chapter. Zechariah, the 14th chapter. I'm going to title this, Sit Down. Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. Let's get into it through the spirit of Yahweh, Bashem, Hawashai. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 1 reads, Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. Zechariah 14 verse 2, For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished. And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Zechariah 14 verse 3, Then shall Yahweh go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. Okay, read it again, verse 3. Then shall Yahweh go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. Zechariah 14 and verse 4. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east and towards the west. And they shall be a very great valley, and half of a mountain shall remove towards the north, and half of it towards the south. Zechariah 14 and verse 5, And ye shall flee into the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azar. Yea, ye shall flee like as ye fled from before the earthquakes in the day of Uzziah, the king of Judah. And Yahweh thy power shall come, and all the saints with thee. Okay? Zechariah 14 and verse 6, And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark. Zechariah 14 verse 7, But it shall be one day which shall be known to Yahweh, not the day, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light. Okay? Zechariah 14 and verse 8, And it shall be in that day that the living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them towards the former sea, and half of them towards the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. Zechariah 14 and verse 9, And Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. It's the title of this sit down. Okay? And in that day shall there be one Yahweh, one Lord, and his name one. Okay? Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. That's what's coming. This is a future prophecy. Zechariah 14th chapter. The Most High is coming to wage war against these nations that has come against his people, the children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanic, Native of Indian, and Negroid descent. Point blank, period. Okay? Let's bring out a couple of precepts. Let's go into the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 6, and it reads, For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And we know it's referring to Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the Most High's only begotten Son. Bring out a couple more precepts. Let's go to Amos 9 and verse 8. The book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 8 reads, Behold, the eyes of Yahweh thy power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. And we know the house of Jacob are the children of Israel. Jacob is the progenitor of he had 12 sons, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. Read it again, Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the days of Yahweh thy power upon the sinful kingdom. What sinful kingdom is referring to? This one right now, here in Babylon the Great, the land of our captivity. I will destroy from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. Okay? Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. It's the title of this sit down. Okay, let's get back to Zechariah the 14th chapter and reading verse 10. Zechariah 14 and 10. All the land shall be turned as the plain from Gebar to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem, and it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place, from Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Haneel unto the king's winepress. Zechariah 14 and verse 11. And men shall dwell in it, and they shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. Okay? And men shall dwell in it, and they shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. Verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Read it again. Zechariah 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. I've covered this in previous lessons. And let's bring out a precept to show how is this going to take place. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Zalakia Yasha'Allah. Jeremiah 50 and verse 9. Let's get it. How is this going to take place? That plague that's coming here to Babylon the Great, the United States of America. Jeremiah 15 verse 9, and it reads, For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. Read it again. For lo, I will raise and come against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Okay? What's going to cause, back to Zechariah 14 and 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people which fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. This is that nuclear blast with all these intercontinental ballistic missiles that are coming here to this land of our captivity. Okay? Let's get further understanding, edification. Jeremiah 50 and 9. For lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations. What are those great nations? We see it right in front of our eyes. They're called BRICS. Okay? BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Saudi Arabia. And the other nations that are lining up to join BRICS. Okay? For lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon a assembly of great nations from the north country. They shall set themselves in array against her, against Babylon. From thence she shall be taking their arrows. What's the modern day arrow? ICB, intercontinental ballistic missiles that North Korea, Russia, China is threatening the United States to this day. Okay, their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. What does that mean? Man-made ICB missiles. None shall return in vain. So what's the plague that the Most High is going to bring that's going to consume everybody's flesh, eyes, tongue, ears, everything? ICB, intercontinental ballistic missiles that's coming here to Babylon the Great. Okay? Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. This is biblical prophecy that has to come to pass. Okay? This chapter that we're on, Zechariah, is a future prophecy. This has not happened. Okay? Just get it into context. But read it again, Zechariah 14 and verse 12. Make sure everybody understands. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. We know Jerusalem is talking about the Israelites, the people. It's not talking about the land. It's talking about Jerusalem, the people, the Israelites, Black, Hispanic, Native, of Indian and Negroid descent. This is the judgment coming to this wicked demonic land that y'all call the United Snakes of America. Okay, that's actually the ones that caused these wars in so-called Israel, because they put those false people during the Balfour Declaration in 1948. Those are not the children of Israel. That's why that country's in war. The Bible says when the children of Israel return, matter of fact, let's go up a verse. Verse 11. And men shall dwell in it, and they shall be no more utter destruction. So obviously we know that those people that call themselves Israelites are not the biblical Israelites. Okay? And men shall dwell in it, and they shall be no more utter destruction. Why is that land being destroyed and in war right now? Figure it out. But Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. When? When the real children of Israel return back home. Point blank period. Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. Okay? Zechariah 14 and verse 13. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from Yahweh shall be amongst them. And they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. Okay? This is nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Okay, this is what's going to happen in these last days of this wicked demonic kingdom, Babylon the Great, the United States of America, the land of our captivity to this day. Zechariah 14 and 14. And Judah shall fight at Jerusalem. Read it again. And Judah shall fight at Jerusalem. Listen very carefully. And the wealth of all the heathen. round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver, and apparel in great abundance. Why? Because when we go back into our homeland to rule this next world that's coming, we are going to be the ones in charge of the wealth of this earth. Okay, because it all belongs to Yahweh. Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. Zechariah 14 and 14. Read it again. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. And you hear in the news now that so-called Biden that's sitting in Nebuchadnezzar's chair right now, he's pledging $100 billion to these wax pale of demonic nations, Israel and Ukraine. But all the wealth of the heathen is going to be gathered. And the children of Israel, when we return home, we're bringing it with us. Thus saith the Lord, and thus saith the Holy Bible. Okay? Read it again. Zechariah 14 and 14. Judah shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. Zechariah 14 and 15. And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, of the ass, and all the beasts that shall be in these tents as this plague. Meaning that the intercontinental ballistic missile that's coming to devour everybody's flesh everything is going to be destroyed. There ain't going to be nothing left. This place is going to be inhabitable, just as Sodom and Gomorrah is right now, still burning to this day. You take a match and put it on the soil of Sodom and Gomorrah, it starts burning again. Okay? Google it. Go on YouTube and you can see it. Okay? Let's stay on topic. Zechariah 14 and verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, Yahweh of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. This is a future prophecy. This has not happened as of yet. Read it again. Zechariah 14 and 16. It shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, Yahweh of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Zechariah 14 and 17. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, Yahweh of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. Okay? Verse 18. And if the families of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. In the last days, when this place is burning, whoever's left out here, as you read it in verse 17, and it shall be that whoever will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, Yahweh of hosts, even unto them shall be no rain. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, they shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite the heathen that come up not to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Well, obviously we know that nobody here is keeping the Feast of Tabernacles except the children of Israel. But this whole earth is going to be under Yahweh's control. The Most High Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. Zechariah 14 and 19. This shall be the punishment of Egypt, and the punishment of all nations that come not to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Point blank, period. This shall be the punishment of Egypt, and the punishment of all the nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Zechariah 14 and verse 20. In that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto Yahweh. And the pots in Yahweh's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Okay? Verse 21, yeah, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto Yahweh of hosts. And all they that sacrifice shall come and take them and see if they're in. In that day they shall be no more the Canaanites in the house of Yahweh of hosts. It's going to be the end of the Canaanites, which are the Hamites. Ham, Noah had 3 sons. Ham is the progenitor of Canaanites, the Ethiopia, Somalia, all the other black nations that are not Israel. But I want to stay on topic. Yahweh is going to be king over all the earth. Okay, point blank period on this holy Shabbat. Okay, and how is he going to, what is the plague that he's going to bring here? Those ICB missiles. Okay, those ICB missiles. Verse 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem, their flesh shall consume while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. When those ICD missiles come from bricks to this demonic land, there you see what's going to happen. Let's bring out a couple of more precepts. Let's go into the book of Exodus, because everybody here has talked about that Yahweh is all love. He loves everybody. Exodus 15:3 reads, Yahweh is a man of war. Okay? He is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Point blank period. Okay? Listen, there's no respect of persons with the Most High God. You come against his people, you're going to face the Most High's judgment. Okay, read it again. Exodus 15:3. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Let's talk about his book, which is the Holy Bible. Let's get it. Book of Numbers, chapter 21 and 14. And it reads, wherefore it is said in the book of the wars of Yahweh, what he did in the Red Sea and in the brooks of Arnon. Okay? So what is this Holy Bible? It's not a religious book. It's a book of wars. The Most High left everything he's done to Sodom and Gomorrah, to ancient Egypt, to all the nations. Listen, all the wars of the Most High are in the Bible. Okay, read it again. Numbers 21 and 14. Wherefore it is said that in the book of the wars of Yahweh, which is the Holy Bible, okay, for all you unlearned, that's what it's to document everything he's done on this earth from the beginning of time. Okay? What he did in the Red Sea and in the brooks of Arnon. Let's just bring out a couple of more precepts. On this holy Shabbat, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Sheba Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakadah. Ecclesiastes 1:9, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done, that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Okay? What happened in ancient times, it's a revolving generational door. It's coming back. Okay? Let's get other precepts. Ecclesiastes 3 and 14 reads, I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And the Most High doeth that men should fear before him. But everybody here wants to mock the Most High. You see that? They don't fear the Most High. But when this judgment comes and these ICB intercontinental ballistic missiles starts hitting this land, y'all gonna fear the Most High God Yahweh. But it's gonna be too late. Let's get another verse. Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be has already been, and the Most High requires that which is past. Okay? That's why it's the book of wars, so we can understand what's happened in ancient times. It's for our learning. Let's get a precept. I'm a little ahead of myself through the Spirit, but let's get it. Romans chapter 15 and verse 4 reads, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." Beautiful precept. For whatsoever thing was written aforetime was written for our learning. What does that mean? Anything written in the Old Testament, it was for our learning. Okay, for us to see what the Most High did at that time. Okay, but nothing new under the sun. Okay, point blank period. Let's get another precept. So, let's go into the book of Matthew. Let's see what the Messiah said, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Because he's coming to claim this earth. The Most High and the King, they're going to rule all the earth. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Matthew 12 and verse 30 reads in red letters, the King speaking, "He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad." And those that are scattered abroad, those are the ones that's going to feel their flesh consumed right off their bodies, their tongue, and their mouth, and their eyes, as I showed you when the ICB intercontinental ballistic missiles hit this demonic land called the United Snakes of America that put us in captivity for over 400 years. Point blank period. Point blank period. Let's get another precept. Let's get a couple more precepts. Let me go into the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and I'm going to bring out a couple of precepts here. Let's start at Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 60 and 12. Let's go to Isaiah 60 and verse 12, and it reads, "For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish." Read it again. Isaiah 60 and verse 12. "For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee." Who is the thee? The children of Israel. Okay? "For the nation and the kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish." Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Okay, I already explained to you in Numbers 21 and 14, the book of wars. This is future property was going to happen to all these heathen nations that don't want to bow down to the king claiming this earth when he returns. Okay? Let's get another verse. Let's go. I'm just going to get a couple of verses in this chapter to end up this lesson. It talks about no more. This is a future prophecy in the land of Israel. Isaiah 16:18 reads, "Violence shall no more be heard in thy land." Why are they in war? Because those Israelites are not the children of Israel. Okay? "Violence shall be no more heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise." Okay? See, when the real children of Israel, Black, Hispanic, Native of Indian, and Negro, they say when we return back home, there's not going to be no more violence. There's not going to be no more destruction. We're going to be living at peace. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Yasha'Allah, I hope this is edifying on this holy Shabbat. The Most High God and the King of Kings, Lords of Lords, shall be king over all the earth. Point blank period. Okay, whoever don't want to serve the Most High and the King, he's going to utterly destroy these nations. So get ready, buckle down for all the wars coming to this demonic land. I hope this is edifying. Yasha'Allah, stay Most High blessed, meditating day and night on His word. And with that I say, Shalom.